into Amir. Spying. Amir can seize. He can do the turncoat, hit Roderick, then seize it. That's pretty good for him. But it probably means he's playing Devotion, which is nice to know. 13 points. We can do that. I think it's Gezros time. Double this, and then Gezros. With Devotion, there's not going to be a Heat Wave or something. And this can get us quite a bit ahead. And with Amir gone, we want this ahead on even. No more leader charges and no more invocation means that this should probably secure a win on even. Unless he is a Tourney Joust right now. But I'm feeling pretty good about this. He's going to go right into the Artud. Get his own Gezros. Oh, great. We have to do math. A lot of math here. Today I wanted to take a look at Symbiosis. I know we did a Symbiosis deck pretty recently. It's not the most exciting deck, but two of the cards in here got pretty significant changes, so I wanted to try the deck out. I figured I might as well make a video about it when I did. And those two cards being the Young Queen. So, not Young Queen, Wrath of Brokilon. So it used to be a 6 with Veil. It spawned the 2 Drunk Dryads. Now she's a 10 with Immunity. That is very difficult to deal with, and she has Symbiosis 3 on herself. So in round 3 with Devotion, she becomes very, very powerful. That being said, well, this is actually a really big change, right? It's a very powerful card round 3, and as long as you have nature cards left, you can get so many Treant points. So that's one thing. The other card is a card I frequently mentioned as I wanted to see a change to, and that's Freixenet. So, Zeal Order range, spawn a Young Dryad. Used to have the Devotion effect of Young Dryad in the range and boost by 2 in hand. Now he's got a cooldown 4, which is where it's really interesting, is this part, Devotion. At the end of your turn, lower cooldown with duration of Vitality on self. So you Vitality him, and this keeps cooling down over and over. You spawn a bunch of Dryads or a bunch of Symbiosis. I don't think it's ever really going to work out for us, but theoretically it's very strong. So that's pretty cool. And it also gives you a nice target for a leader charge, because with Nature's Gift, you always put, well, pretty much always put 1 charge on Hamadryad, 1 charge on the second Hamadryad. You have a spare charge, so I think now you just throw that on Freixenet as a pretty good synergy with it. If you give him a leader charge, he cools down 2 turns. I wouldn't really double leader charge him, but we'll see. It should be pretty decent. Now, as far as the rest of the deck, it's pretty much the same as before. There were some changes I considered making, but I thought for the sake of comparison that I wouldn't change the deck very much. Just try and go with what I ran before in the last video. That was like several weeks ago, though. Just like have a better comparison of how the deck is now versus then. So we'll talk about it real quick. We've got Ethne, Gezros, great finisher. Great engine card round 1, 2, against decks that you need to win round 1 against. Some less obviously. Force Projector could be swapped out. There's some good options in this provision slot here. Well, this high provision, I mean. Great Oak's pretty decent in these provision slots. And you could also make a case, if you want to use Francesca, you can use her as well. And then if you want Defender, there's Figus here. Although with the immunity on Wrath of Brokilon, I don't think you really need that anymore. But it is an option. So is Fauve. We'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, Force Protector, Call the Force, Iceman's Council. Council's really nice because it always gets you your Caroled Gorge, which is your finisher. Call the Force, don't need to say anything about it. Really good. Oh, really good. And that the deck needs it. Great artwork, by the way. Love the artwork. Even though it is a little different. We got Dunka. Dunka you can swap for Fauve. I run Dunka because it's great with tactical advantage. It's great going first, great for the carryover. At 3 damage can be pretty handy actually to combo with a Nature's Rebuke to kill something. But if you need Fauve, or if you want Fauve, you can run her. You have Sim Lost you really want access to, and Call the Force gets you that. And then Dunka can get you the Fall of the Force. Not Dunka. Fauve can get you the Call of the Force. Or the Council, depending on what you need. I don't like it as much because with Council, it's really nice having the 4 Dryads. Ethne, the Dunka, and the 2 Hamadryads. Having Fauve isn't really a card. Well, Fauve's not really a card you want to get from Rising Council a lot of the time. So that's part of why I didn't run her. And I think we have enough consistency otherwise. Herald Gorge's our finisher. Bountiful Harvest, go with Simloss. Synergize great, very well. Sorceresses, Nature's Rebukes, Hamadryads, all very standard stuff. Elven Seers. Elven Seer is a card that, if it's bad if it gets answered, And so is Sorceress, but usually what you want to do is buff up Sorceress with the Bountiful Harvest, then player. If they lock Sorceress, it's fine because they'll Dryad's Caresses. You just want to have Sorceress and then player Seer and trigger Sorceress's order ability. If they don't work out, it's kind of bad, and you have to watch out for Nilfgaard. Nilfgaard can do some crazy stuff with the Illusionists on both Elven Seers and Sorceresses, so you'll be careful with that. With the Dryad's Caresses and Temperance for boosting, the Abandoned Girls. Abandoned Girls are a card I think I want to swap out. We'll talk about that real quick here, because I'm not going to swap them out just for the point of comparison, but I think Abandoned Girls are cards you want to cut. Well, I want to cut, and I think Dunka. What I want to add are the 2 locks, so Moren and Ciaran. We don't have a way to deal with some really scary cards like, what's the Skellige self-wound guy? I suddenly can't remember his name. Is it Sigvald? How can I not remember this name? Whatever. Him, stuff like that, we don't have very great answers to. Croc as well. Cards like that, we don't have, against tall cards, we don't have locks, we don't have a Heat Wave because we're in Devotion. So I think we do want to fit the locks in. We're not going to do it for this video, I'm just going to have a better comparison to the old Symbiosis. But let's see how the deck does. Shouldn't be too bad. Alright, our first game here will be against Reckless Flurry. Last patch I would have said this would be Magic Compass Erendite for sure. This patch, it's either going to be Magic Compass Erendite without Golden Necker, or going to be the Golden Necker deck without Erendite. We'll see which one. It's probably going to be one of the 2, though. We'll just kind of tell from this. Well, both of those will probably still run Roach and Knickers. We could just open Simloss round 1. The thing with these decks is it's really good for Magic Compass decks to make them play their Magic Compass awkwardly, because you can get free wins that way. He's choosing something. Okay, it's just a Maxi. It's not too bad. There's the Roach. He's got his 14 points here. I'm kind of leaning towards the Simloss. Let's go for the pressure play here. We could overcommit, by the way. But if he's playing the Erendite version, I want to at least make him work to have the Erendite. Oh, those are really good.
I could drown you.
That is some pretty good RNG to open the episode with. Episode. Yes, it's an episode. It's episode of the YouTube channel. Speaking of the YouTube channel, guys, if you have liked the video, make sure to like it. Lets me know you did like it. I know, it's amazing. Great way with words on this YouTube channel here. And if you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button to see some more stuff, especially if this is your first video here. Now, we're going to try and go for a double Dryad's Caress. This might be a little greedy. You might have like a Gutting Slash or something here. Maybe it is too greedy. Let's go Council. There's only 1 elf left in our deck, so we know it's going to get this lady. I was thinking about if we just go for the Dryad, and then the Hamadryad, we just go for Hamadryad. Okay, he's going to seize it. So it's probably just going to be the Erendite deck without Golden Necker. Magic Compass Erendite. What I was saying is we could go for the Hamadryad and then go for the Dryad's Caress on the Elven Seer, onto the Hamadryad. Otherwise, we lose a turn of Vitality. We're down 20 here, 24. But if it's going to be what I think it is, we don't want him having round control. And since we have the Elven Seer, we can be pretty slow here. We want to pull the Elven Seer into the Caress, which we want to do this turn. If this goes into Morkvarg, he's going to have a really big tempo advantage. 26. We can work with that. Gezeros. I think we can work with this. Let's do this. And then we'll go double leaders here. And that'll help keep us up. He's going to pass. How much Symbiosis do we have? 1, 2. We got 4 Symbiosis. We should be fine here with just a Dryad's Caress. Each one's going to play for 5 points. And then plus 4. Oh, we can't do this yet. That's the wrong card. Yeah, they're going to play for 5 extra points. 5 points plus 4 in Symbiosis. Each one's worth 9. That was a long way of saying that. And then we got the points on our Hamadryad, so we'll be fine here. And round control is really what we're after. We want to make the Magic Compass bad. Here's the thing. We could push round 2. I'm kind of nervous about the round 3. I mean, Ethne, by the way, if I'm saying these cards' names wrong, I do apologize. Not my strongest suit. We don't have her, though. Let's go Freixenet. No, let's go Dunka. Dunka feels like the choice. His Junon's already gone, so we don't have to worry too much about that. And then we can maybe get a little carry over here. Boosting up Gezros is really nice. There's the Yalmar. Now we go Freixenet. At 6, I'm a lot more convinced he lives.
Who would have thought?
The Yalmar gone too. Do have to watch out for Arondite. Weird way to say that card. Mushy Truffle here, that's fine. Okay, I'm not really sure what the point of that was. I see no benefit for him using that. Let's do this here. Caress. We still have our Young Dryad. We want to kill a Young Dryad. But then I wouldn't be scared about a Caress. I don't know, man. We're going to lose that Young Dryad, but we can make another one. We just want to kind of keep our unit count up for when we play Gezros. So we're going to try and use him this round. And be a little bit greedy here. Try and go to another Caress off of this Forest Protector or a Bountiful Harvest. Bountiful Harvest is probably better, but I kind of like the Dryad's Caress. It gets Freixenet more stuff. We'll see what we want to go with here. I'm just thinking our round... our round 3 is not great. Just because... if he's playing the... He's Arondite, right? So our round 3, I just want to be really short with a Ethne Wrath of Brokilon. Because if we do that... Wrath of Brokilon's really nice because she's immunity. Then just try and use that to leverage round 3. We do want to get rid of some of his good cards here. I mean, Gezros is going to be bad round 3, so we're going to play down to Gezros anyway. It should help us force some stuff out. And he's going to Arondite the Gezros, we do have to remember. We can try and stay ahead here. Hopefully we can reduce the Arondite carryover, but... okay, there's the Magic Compass. Hopefully he has to discard something good here. That's just a pirate guy. Just a pirate guy, yeah. Okay, no carryover on that. That is nice. Let's do this, and let's go Gezros here. We're doing Gezros this turn because if he doesn't kill it, he's going to kill it with Arondite, but if he didn't kill it, we could potentially get a second boost turn off of him, I believe. Go forward. This turn, he plays a card. Our turn moves back. Yeah, pretty sure we're right about that. He might use his leader charge here to try and keep ahead. But Arondite has been used. And it's really big, so that's kind of scary, honestly. We'll go Rebuke here. We may have overcommitted this round. And we may have overcommitted to this. Although 10 points is going to be a little difficult for him, I think. So he does have the Magic Compass. With no leaders. He has no leader charges left either, though, which is really good. There's a Heat Wave. That's only 9. Okay, on even cards, we've got a pretty decent chance. Do have to watch out for the Magic Compass combi. It's always an option they have. And Arondite's massive. We really need Wrath of Brokilon, or this game's kind of just over. Okay, very nice to draw that right here. I do want the damage card. Definitely. What else do we have? Gourd. Okay. I will admit we had some good draws there. Will not complain about that. That being said, I just lost 3 games before this, when we were playing warm-up games, because we didn't draw Simloss or Call of Forest within 3 games. By round 3 in 3 consecutive games. So I'm not going to say that we had great luck here, because that happened when we were warming up and playing some practice games. 3 games in a row where we didn't get like a 90-something% probability in each game. Okay, Combi here discards Gourd, but we still win. So he discards his card, and we get the Symbiosis value. So Combi doesn't win. It would be really annoying, and he might consider it, but it's not enough to win unless his card... he's already used Morkvarg, so this would have to be a Skirmisher. And Combi plays for 8, and we still win. So that wouldn't do it. Interesting choice. I probably would have gone for Olaf, but it's not going to matter. Okay, Erendite's really big. We're going to discard this. Here's the thought process. Erendite's like a 16 or 17 or something. No, 17 right now, I believe, is Erendite. And if he can't boost off of it, because he can't target us, we just get a free win. So that's the logic there. We just... Yeah, Erendite's gone, so... We got to win here. If he got the boost off of that, I think we lose. Game 2. Ursine Ritual. This is one of those games that I don't think we can win. This is one of those ones I'm talking about where we need the lock. So we need a long-term plan for this game. We cannot go to round 3 with Sigvald, which is obviously a problem. We also can't win if round 1 he has Melusine boosting and he revives her. Because we have Devotion, which means no banish. So, unfortunately, this game's going to come down... Oh, wish we had a Nature's Rebuke in hand. This game's going to come down almost entirely to whether or not he draws Melusine in round 1. If he does not draw Melusine, we have a chance. We can get some bronze value, potentially. We're just going to have to be really greedy with our bronzes. Just open with like this and go Elven Seer. But Elven Seer is not even great because we want to get Dryad's Caress as an option. And we don't have a Dryad yet. So we really want Tempering then. It's pretty specific. I still think we might want to do it. Let's hold off. We do have to be really greedy here if we want to win this game. Because we can't interact with his combos he's getting set up. If there's a Melusine, I don't think we can win. But if he had it, he'd probably throw it down this turn. Because we don't have a threat to him, right? There's no Banish in our deck, no Heat Wave. Okay, there's Defender. Okay, so we're just going to have to outpoint him somehow. Hama Dryad. Now we're looking for Dryad's Caress here. Dryad's Caress. Very nice. We have a pretty high chance of seeing that. And get some points here. Kind of get some value catching up to him. And Dunka's a decent choice going forward. So their second Sorceress. Ooh, he's got Blue Boy Lugos. Huh. He has so much engine value. There has to be a Melusine coming down in that setup. Or a second Priest or something. Let's just throw this down. If he hits it, we can Dryad's Caress it to boost it back up. Hit it with the Blue Boy Lugos, I mean. Potentially he pings it with a leader and try and kill our card, but I don't know if he would do that. We have to win this round, by the way. I really, really think we also have to win it on even, but we can't reveal we're trying to do that too soon, because he has a lot of engine value here. Is he going to purify off our vitality? No, not yet. Okay. Could Caress again. Let's go Council. Get the Elven Seer here. We have to, like I said, we have to really agree with our bronzes to have a chance here. Tempering's not bad. Now's kind of when we try and get ahead on even. I think here we can start trying it. He does get a lot of points per turn. What is it? 3 points per turn. We do have to watch out for like a Restore or something. It's a Mardrome. But now we try and get ahead. I think a Caress is in order here. Although we have to watch out for Heart of Terror. Yeah, we're going to do this. Heart of Terror just kind of destroys us, but there's not much we can do about that. If he purifies this off, we do have Leader Charge into Dunka, which is a low tempo play, so I'd like to do Dunka soon. I mean, that sounded a little weird. I mean, play Dunka soon, and then we'll go... hopefully boost Gord or something. We really want to hold on to Simloss for round 2 or 3. Preferably round 2, because we have to force out the Sigvald. Then we have to get a short round 3 where you can't get value from the Vakusha Sigvald. It's just really awkward to work with. There's Saris. Can we do this without Simloss? I don't think so. Or we could give up on the uneven part of this. I think we have to play Symbiosis here. Don't really want to, but we have a fair bit of Symbiosis at least. None of these are good actually, which is unfortunate. Let's go with this one so we don't fill up our range row or something. Guess that doesn't matter too much. We get 1 point less here. Well, couple points more because of the caress. You can only spawn one, but that's kind of fine. Do we ping here? He has 3 points. Well, no, he'll die actually. Right? We're running out of time, but I pinged him anyway with the 3 damage. But yeah, he would have died. The Blue Eye Lugos dies. He only gets plus 1 point there. So that's okay. We didn't have to do that. There's the Saris heal. Good value from him. There's Burna. Okay, so potentially do discards here. Oh, his Restore is gone. Okay, so Restore is not a threat anymore. But he has a lot of points. Could Caress and then Gourd. Gourd's already at a 16. This to 89. The thing is, he's getting 3 points a turn still. Let's do this. And I think he'll pass here. Hopefully he doesn't. He does. Let's go Gourd. Winning, our finisher is gone, but we cannot win the game going into round 3 where he still has Sigvald and Nut the Callus and all that stuff. We just can't win that round 3. Maybe we should have played Gourd first there to try and keep ahead uneven. But really, this is not a... Ooh, this hand. This hand just doesn't work. I think we still have to try, though. He hasn't played Melusine, which is kind of... Go Hamadryad for points. I just don't see... Unless he is nervous about us and plays like Sigvald Nut right now, I don't see a good way for us to win. Oh, okay. Okay, that's a good start. He still has Fukusha. So that's kind of annoying. Do we leader? No, we gotta hold on to that, I think. Ethne's no good to us round 3 if he still has Sigvald, Nut the Callus. Okay, there's Nut Callus. That's fine. Kind of wish we leadered now. Right, because we leadered now. We pass. We'll be fine. Well, we wouldn't be down a card, that's what I mean. Let's wait the pass. I think this guy's gonna. I think this is a lost game, but we'll try our best. He's Fukusha, champion of Swallblood, and Fukusha Sigvald as like power plays. Maybe we can get enough units in a row for Gezeros to carry us. The thing is, we don't have a. Oh, that's not a good card. Huh. We don't really have a lot of nature cards that benefit from Ethne, which is a problem. Maybe we should have kept that tempering. Looking for something better, though. Okay, Drakar, that's fine. It's not too worrying. We'll go Ethne here. Everything's going to go ranged for Gezeros to hopefully give us a chance. There's the Melusine now. That will give him plenty of value. Oh, that was a good move by him. But no, we can still hit that with Rebuke. Oh, we didn't play a Rebuke this game. Okay, that's not good then. We do want to go ranged. This is much better value ranged. Yeah, it's really nice of the token to spawn range too. We have a fair bit of points here, but remember, there's still a Fukusha. Fukusha into Champion Soulblood here would play for, what's that, 4 plus 12 plus 6. It's 22 points. We're not really ahead. There is a small chance that... No, there's like no chance he didn't get the Kusha. Let's boost this. Very strong feeling Gazros isn't going to cut it here. Oh, that's good too, because when he leaders, that gets the heal. Yeah, we're going to lose this one. GG though. This is a really bad matchup for us. We don't have the control to deal with it. Kusha champion the Stallblood. 16 points. That's a GG. Lose by 15. Tried our best. Going up against Imprisonment. Okay.
Fan of my work. Ardently so.
Imprisonment. Thankfully, Imprisonment Golden Necker Erendite's no longer a deck. That was so annoying to play against. That leaves the question of what is this? With the changes to some of the spine cards, could be a ball deck. Have seen an increase in those lately. Could be a more spying based deck. My guess is ball though. We'll have to see. Oh, there's a Mangonel. Interesting. Let's go Dunka. He's gonna want to put spying out, and this is Veil. He could also kill this. You could just go Blight, make your leader charge, kill this, but that's fine. That's a decent use of a leader charge that I don't really hate. Kinda wish he would do something, though. Something. Okay, he's deciding. Like another Maxi player? Oh, that makes sense. Let's just get an indication this. We do want to kill that fair cart, or else we're gonna give him too many spyings. Let's go here. Bountiful Harvests. We have a good chance of finding some damage here. It's not range locked, so we don't want the Dragoon. Okay, that's really good. It's gonna get locked though. Oh, wait a minute. This looks really good, but here's the thing. We don't actually have a booster or purify card in our hand. We have no access to one. So that's really annoying. Like, we don't have a Tempering or a Dryad's Caress, and we don't have a way to get one. So that's kind of really bad. Because he can do stuff like this, and we'll never actually get to use anything. Although, he might think we have the boost cards. Because we do have several of them. There's not in our hand, so he might leader charge. Which would be ideal for us, because we just got a free leader charge out of him for nothing. Very nice. The thing is, if it's ball, let's go Bountiful Harvest here. We want something that can boost us, and Bountiful Harvest could give us an elf that boosts. None of those boost. So, this could potentially hit his Sorceress. Pretty good chance of it. Okay, nice. I don't think he's a booster either. Alright, so that's not... So it's probably ball. I don't see how this wouldn't be ball. Got the visual bugs again. Fantastic. I'm going to leave it like this. I kind of like it being him. I like Roderick over there. Let's go with this. This might force a second leader charge. If not, we could potentially get those boosts. Although he has killed off our useful units. If he locks this, that's whatever. Double lock gone, I don't mind. Yeah. Oh, what? Misclick. Happens to all of us. What's your name? Woolworth? Sorry, man. I feel for you, but
I was born with it. I shall die with it.
I am definitely taking advantage. Happens to the best of us. Anyone who's watched the channel a long time knows I've had my fair share of misclicks too. Just gotta deal with it when it happens. I'm gonna put out a spying here. Do some damage. Now, the fact that he has the spy on Simlos means he could potentially get something out of his deck like double diplomacy, which is really scary, so we have to keep that in mind. Get some boosts here. He could be playing a Vatier Amir deck too. I know that's probably not a deck, but we did play it. Not that that means other people will. Oh my goodness, that's a card. That is a card I have not seen in. I can't even remember one. I don't think this card's ever seen play. Huh. Well, sometimes you see weird stuff, guys. It's an example of that. To be fair, that's probably what all of my opponents think when I'm trying out new decks too. So, Joachim into Amir, spying. Amir can seize. He could do the turncoat, hit Roderick, then seize it. That's pretty good for him, but it probably means he's playing Devotion, which is nice to know. 13 points. We can do that. I think it's Gezros time.
I don't remember.
Double this, and then Gezros. With Devotion, there's not going to be a Heat Wave or something, and this can get us quite a bit ahead. And with Amir gone, we want this ahead on even. No more leader charges and no more invocation means that this should probably secure a win on even. Unless he is a Attorney Joust right now. But I'm feeling pretty good about this. He's going to go right into the Artud. Get his own Gezros. Oh, great. We have to do math. A lot of math here. So, he gets 3 points from Gezros moving. We get... Okay, well, actually, trying to figure out what we're going to play here. We get 3 points from Gezros moving as well, because we block one of the armor. But then it goes back to us, and Gezros moves again for +7. So the Gezros is balanced out, and then we get 7 points. So we can play a weak card here. I think. What's the score at? 72. Okay, we get 7 extra points from Gezros, and we get 4 more, 5 more, 6 more. We can just play this. This should be enough. We do play this range, though, for an extra Gezros point. This should be enough.
Spit it out already. I don't
Even
have
with those
to
2 mangonel points, we should get enough here. We'd actually take a couple more points as Gezros moved and all that, but it's close enough. And we get 8 points here, plus the 1 boost, so we should be up by 2. Counting was not perfect once again, but basically we had the right idea that we would win. That's what counts, right? Win on even. I think it's ball. We want to force out ball. What's Gord at? Something always worth checking. This is a hand I want to keep, but let's see what Gord's at once we do this. He's at like +6 or something. The reason we're going to do this, we want to go into the Dryad's Caress next, and the Freixenet's a pretty good way to set up the having the Dryad and then also having a payoff to the Vitality. He's played so many provisions already. Yeah. Rainfern. Don't see that very often. Turncoat. Sure, we can remove that spying though. Instead, we're going to go all in on this round. We are going to remove that. We're going to go all in on this round just because I think we have to force out what's in his hand. He's played so many provisions already that I think we can 2-0. But it's going to kind of depend. I think we can 2-0 him. I don't think he has room for Vincent, so I'm not too scared about the going taller on our Freixenet. So we go coup. Okay, that's a pretty good coup.
Brokilon. Who would have thought?
Let's go like this anyway, though. Boost this up. We're at 13. We do have a lot of Symbiosis. This puts us up to 20. Vitality, cool him down. We'll go Gourd depending on his play here, but I think we should have enough points. His biggest tempo play is going to be Usurper Emperor if he's running it, which gives him, what, 2 spying points, plus it plays for 12. Yeah, we should win with the Gourd here. Even if there's anything other than Usurper Emperor, we definitely win, but I think that's his highest tempo card. Okay, that's what it's going to be. Or, you know what I mean, like, Emperor is the tier 3 one. GG. Stockpile Siege. I played against one of these when I was doing some practice games, and we lost pretty badly. It's because we can't have the if Henselt's in hand still round 3, we lose the game. No matter how long round 3 is, which is really annoying. It's one of those decks we just don't have a way to deal with, because Henselt, they just save leader charges, and then they go Henselt, leader charges, blah, 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 you lose. Okay, so we can't let that happen. How we stop that from happening is winning round 1 and forcing out Henselt round 2. That's really hard, though, because we have to deal with a siege, too. We'll kind of have to see. It's going to be annoying for sure. This is going to be really annoying if this guy keeps losing connection. Although the easiest way for us to win this game is if he just DCs. Otherwise, I think we lose. We really don't have a good matchup versus these kind of decks. But again, the thing is we can't be greedy like we were last game. Not that it worked out for us. Or the game before last game. Let's just go open Simloss. We have to win this round. And opening Simloss is our best chance of having a way to deal with this thing. Would have liked to go double Rebuke actually here, but we were holding one of them. Go Half-Elf Hunter.
Spit it out already.
Get a bunch of stuff ranged in case we can use our Gezeros, but that's going to take a while. Alright, opponent lost connection again. Fantastic. Scariest card here is probably Boiling Oil. Although it's at least nice that the guy didn't open Muta Generator. Actually, I think I would have preferred if he opened Muta Generator. I would have preferred if he opened Muta Generator. The extra turn of setup's kind of impactful. If this one he shouldn't be able to knock down. Once again, by the way, we have no boost cards in our hand, so that's bad. This is kind of where Fav's nice, right? Because you can pull out the cards you need. So we'd have Fav instead of Dunka. To be fair, Dunka's not in our hand anyway, so we wouldn't have the Fav in our hand. But this is kind of a situation where she's useful. Oh, there's a winch. That hurts. He's figured it out, too. He's figured out we have no boost cards. Well, it's kind of awkward. Not much we can do about this. Unless we go Council. Kind of looking for Dunka there.
They need protection from
Dunka or Hamadryad is both good. These are 4 for 6s, by the way. These sorceresses, since we don't have any boost cards. Like, you could say we could put leader charges on them, but then he'd just kill them. Anyway. Like, you could outdamage that healing. Or boosting. Doesn't really accomplish it. I guess we just go Freixenet.
My old mate.
This point would have been much better if we just opened with him. But then again, if we opened with him, he would have just died to that winch combo. The winch with those 2 guys out anyway. Really, we should have used Nature's Rebuke on his Caro Ballista the turn he played it. I forgot what we did that turn. We should have used the Nature's Rebuke on that Caro Ballista when it was 5 before we winched it. That was our mistake here. I guess we could rebuke that. It's not the worst thing. We could also put this on Freixenet so he cools down again. And he can't be killed without, like, leader charging or another winch. Because any warfare card kills him unless we do this. Now he needs a warfare card that does... Okay, well, he's probably taking a second reinforced ballista and killing off our Freixenet. It is annoying, but it's probably what he's going to do. Okay, you can go with this guy. That can kill it too, though, right? Nope, he doesn't want to kill it. It's fine. Probably should have. We have to win this uneven, though. There you go. We can't win this game without winning this uneven. You could start filling up the row for Gezeros, but he's going to kill these things, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Go into our Bountiful Harvest here. That guy's a 9. There's no way of killing it. And let's go Elven Seer. The reason we go Elven Seer is just because everything's bad in our hand right there. And this at least forces him, well, hopefully gets him to kill something that's not Freixenet. Guess he can kill both. King Radovid. We go Gezeros. If we can force him to use leader charges, maybe we survive Henselt. I am a little suspicious that we do. We're going to do this turn because Gezeros can boost us into being able to use his ability again. And even if Gezeros doesn't move, he can still boost the melee arrow, which is not ideal, but I kind of thought he would go leader charges here to, like, remove these 2 sorceresses. I guess he's not going to. I really want those leader charges gone because those are the scary things. Okay, good. Good. We do lose at least 1 sorceress. That wasn't a sorceress. He's probably leader charging again then, right? Gezeros definitely dies next turn. Okay, he's going to do it again. Hopefully he uses like 2 more, honestly. He's not gonna, but it'd be nice. Let's boost this lady again. Go Gezeros. Get his boost. 3 leader charges is a lot less scary on Henselt. It's still scary. I really like to have him have 0, but it's not gonna happen. I've played this out before, by the way. This Siege game here. We absolutely can't win a round 3 with Henselt in the game. Like, if he totally Henselt, we lose round 3. It's dumb, but that's what it comes down to in this matchup. We just don't have a way to deal with it. And having a lock wouldn't actually fix it because they just use all the leader charges they play Henselt. So that doesn't actually work. So I'm just thinking the only way we actually win this is win round 1 and even bleed out Henselt. If we don't win on even, they have too many cards round 2 with these engines. That's definitely going to die. Do we just go with Ethne? We lose Young Queen here, but Young Mother is not a great card round 2, and we're going to have to push round 2. And she's going to lose this 2-point boost if she transforms. If we pass right now, we're up 2 cards. Here's the thing, by the way. I know we could go up 2 cards here. I've done this before more than once. Up 2 cards does not matter. Round 3 if Henselt's left in the game, we still lose. He has only 2 leader charges, but still, we still lose round 3. Because Siege plus Henselt's too strong for this deck. We can't handle it. So, he's going to pass now. This is annoying. He might force out our Gourd, but I think he'll just pass. So, obviously, it's not great here. We could have gone up 2 cards, but it's not worth it. As we lose round 3, even with the card advantages. That's the win on even, so we have to force out Henselt. That's the win condition here. It's going to be kind of hard to do, though. If he doesn't draw a Siege, we're fine. He didn't look like he had a lot of tutor cards or anything. He just had the one... I think it was Assault, so there's a good chance he doesn't actually have Siege. If he does have Siege, we're kind of doomed, but... there's a good chance he doesn't yet. This should have been melee, by the way. So busy talking to play it in the right row. So if he does have Siege, we actually take Freixenet damage now, because we're stupid. Guess we're not that stupid, but... yeah, we take like a couple extra points of damage if he gets the Siege. Very annoying. There's a chance... by the way, there's something you can do in this round as well, this round 2. If you just play this melee and they play Siege, you can pass, but we lose the round 3 again to Henselt. Although, with only 2 charges on the leader, maybe we survive the Henselt then, and just getting rid of the Siege is good, so we probably should play this melee to have that option. We didn't though, because we're not that smart sometimes. Go with the Tempering here. Let's boost this couple points. If we played the... no, we still would have pushed this round. Okay. We can't actually push any further here. Because he gets 2 points a turn, so he goes to 13. Any single card gets him above this Rebuke, or Caress. So we just have to take the card advantage round 3. And without Siege, hope it's enough to win. 2 leader charges on with Henselt is not that big, but I still am suspect of our ability to win this game. We did if we had Wrath of Brokilon, maybe, but we had to use her round 1. Well, we didn't have to, but I explained that already why we did that. It does leave us with a very poor amount, like very weak cards left. We have to go for something greedy here. If we don't go for something greedy, we don't have enough points to deal with Henselt. So obviously this isn't like the perfect hand, but it's just as greedy of a hand as we can get, and we're gonna need that. There's Henselt. He's just gonna go for it right now. Really wish we had access to a Rebuke still, but we don't. That's annoying. It's like his 4th disconnect. Can we just drop him already? Okay. There's the Henselt into Caro Ballista. And there's the Siege Master. Well, this is gonna die. And then our Hamadrad's gonna die, then we quit because we can't use I'll say maybe if he uses the order there, then we can have this thing live and start playing the Tries Caresses, but no, he killed it there. That means that this dies here. This just everything dies. We can't actually beat what he has left with anything. So this is GG. Like, we play all of our cards, we still lose. So, GG. Good job. Yeah, this is a really bad matchup for us. It's 11 points. Like, we have a total of 17 points here. So, just pass. Very mixed results here with Symbiosis, which is what I expected. But against Handbuff, maybe here we've got a good chance. This is the kind of deck we can do well against. Their engines aren't overwhelming. Like, we're playing a pretty heavy engine deck, but Against stuff like Siege, their engines are just better because they do damage, and there's nothing we can really do about that. And against stuff like Vampire Flutter spam, their Flutters are stronger than our engines. It's just not... I have trouble seeing Symbiosis as a contender with the top decks. I figured we'd try it out, though, with the changes, so that's why we're here. Just wait for him to do all of his hand buffing.
How can I help?
Yeah, he's doing it all. All of his buffs. Okay, let's go Freixenet. He shouldn't have damage, so this should be fine.
Of the wood.
Not afraid? You should be.
I think we do this. This is probably our best play.
Like that.
By the way, the reason we kept double rebukes in case he's playing like Hawker Smugglers or Dunker or something. Well, Dunker we couldn't deal with because he has the tactical advantage. But like his Hawker Smugglers or something. Okay, he's got 8 points of boost on that card in 3 turns. That's interesting. He's got a lot of tempo all of a sudden. This is not usually what you see from these decks, the tempo. It's fine, we'll go... I wanted to put this Caress on Freixenet, but we'll do this here. Maybe we can make another Dryad's Caress, that'd be ideal. Okay, that's nice. It's pretty high chance of seeing a specific 4 Persian card when you use the Dryad Ladies. Not the Dryad Ladies. Sorceresses. Alright, now he's going to play his own Sorceress. Okay, now we can do Nature's Rebuke. And we have a lot of Symbiosis points, so this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see how the new cards did. And Freixenet, he's showing his value right now. I wanted to see how the changed cards did, and we're doing pretty well here. Glad to see it. Question is, can we force out enough stuff from him to be worth it? There's a Sim loss. Okay, we're holding out to our Sim loss for round 3. Or round 2 to match his, but he's going to do his now. We'll match his here. We'll get a lot of value.
Swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn.
We're going to lose a young Dryad. We have Gezras, we go range. A Bountiful Harvest. 2 damage is probably the best card. We don't have any boosted cards in our hand, right? Yeah, no Dunka. I'll go with this Bomber. And we will go with Elven Seer.
Look what the werecat dragged in.
We don't want to put too much stuff in our range draw. If we play Nature card, we don't want to accidentally fill it up. Oh, we don't want to fill it up with a Freixenet's Order, so we can't play Gezras. There's still a chance we fill it up with this Rebuke, but we'll see. Do have a fair bit of lead here. Forest Protector into Bountiful Harvest. That's a big tempo play for him. Now, we're going to have to do our own tempo plays here. That's a card I want to kill. We could Nature's Rebuke it. Probably will Nature's Rebuke it. We stay ahead if we do that. Let's spawn this first. Yeah, we do. This. Okay, Gezras is pretty annoying now that our range goes like that. Man, he's got all the cards here. It's a lot of value again. We could let's go Force Spectre into Bountiful Harvest. And I guess we'll do this one. Ping away. Okay, I meant to ping a card behind that. It's a little sloppy. Doesn't matter. So, this is how you beat Handbuff. You win, preferably uneven, and bleed out their stuff round 2. It's not particularly exciting. It's a strategy you have to use against a lot of decks nowadays. But the question is just, can we actually have enough tempo to make him play his cards? Like, Torque's going to have all the boosts in his hand. We want to make sure he has to play the Torque, because it's only like 20-something points. Bigger than our Gourd, which is annoying. You don't want to have to deal with that. Hamadryad value, and then we'll go Sorceress and Elven Seer. You know how it is. Sorry about that. Getting a little tired here. We can go with this and then the Gezeros. Well, it's a bunch of guys that play Gezeros. Not sure if I'm playing Sheldon or Aglace, or both, or potentially neither. You never really know with the Handbuff decks what they're running. Okay, here's this guy called the Forest. Into Dunka. Sure. Let's go here. Tempering's pretty good. Boost this. Caress would have been better, but I'm not gonna play about Tempering. Any of the boost cards was good. I'll do this Leader Charge. We are up by 30. Well, not 32. It's 18. So 14 points here. Okay, he's gonna kill that off. The Gezeros, now we get less points. What are we gonna play with Call the Forest? I don't want to play Young Mother. We're not gonna win round 2 here. The best we get is just to force this card out. Now, if he has a Sheldon, it comes down now. Let's see if he's running it or not. He is running it. There goes Gezeros. Now, the last card we have to force out is Torque. Wrath of Brokilon probably carries our round 3. We do have a way to get it in our deck still. Let's pull out one of the Dryads. We have a better chance of getting the Wrath of Brokilon round 3 if we draw the Eisenworm's Council. Just want Torque to come out, really. Then, I want to force out his last card, because this boosted 2, but I don't think we have enough points. This 16 plus 3 is 19, we get to 62. We can't actually do it, so we pass. And we just kind of hope this is not an Aglace. If it's like a regular old card, with like a few points of boost, we're fine. But if it's Aglace for 40 or 60 or something, we lose. But Gourd's pretty big here. We got those 4 points of boost on him. Okay, there's that. So we should have a pretty good chance of getting our Wrath of Brokilon. Let's put that back. That was a dumb idea. Like I said, it's getting late here. Sorry about that. I shouldn't record these videos so late because I do stupid things. We should have held on to the Hamadryad because it guarantees the we get Wrath of Brokilon from this. We did it anyway, but we don't deserve this. It was not very smart. Although, to be fair, if we think we need a really good hand, that's the greedy play. You shuffle it back, because it doesn't get you much value in this round. Alright, so we got Wrath of Brokilon. We'll go Abandoned Girl. He does have a boosted card still from his hand buffs earlier, which is kind of scary. But is this going to be the kind of the power of Athene Wrath of Brokilon? To kill that, that's fine. So yeah, we're just going to have the power of Wrath of Brokilon here. Hit this boost. It's going to get that nice Symbiosis 3 going. And we've got the Gourd, the classic finisher. This should be enough to carry unless this is Aglace. And it is not. So Gourd will take the game here. This will be a GG. Symbiosis still seems pretty decent, at least. So what do I think? What would I change? Like I said in the beginning, I think we do want to take these Abandoned Girls out and the Dunka. I definitely think the deck needs the locks. At least one. Ciaran's the better one because the movement with the lock helps cancel out Rolock stuff with Purifies. And speaking of Purifies, it's kind of annoying. we do want a Purify, so something like Ida. But the issue with that is that's 6 provisions we could use for another lock instead. So the problem with the Purify thing is we can purify ourselves very easily. We have these Dryad's Caresses, and we could put in the Sappers. Problem with the Sappers is it significantly weakens Ice Cream's Council. It gives us a card that we don't really want to see with that most of the time. So it'd have to be Ida to purify. The thing with the Purify is we really want to be able to purify Defender and then lock something if we need to. So against stuff like the Sigvald decks, yeah, stuff like that, we really want to be able to do that. But we'd have to include Ida to do that. So if we put her in, the thing with Ida is she's not bad because the Vitality has better synergies now, so it's not terrible. So that's nice to have. And then we have one more provision. I think what we'll do is, I like having double Rebuke, but I think we could cut it for a 4 provision card. And there is a card I want to try out. Not sure if this is the best idea, but I want to try it. And well, there's 2 options here. We could go with the value from Oak Critters. Don't hate it. The spawn's nice for Gezeros. The bleeding, it's okay. The other one is where I kind of want to try out Enchantress. Because again, the Vitality has pretty good synergy. And playing for 7 for 4 with Vitality is kind of nice. So that could be an option as well. I think we'll go with, I think we'll try this out. I'll try this version out, but yeah, I think these are changes I want to make. The second lock would be nice. I'm not sure we cut for it. I guess you could cut out Gezeros if you don't think you need him for the long rounds. Up to you. But yeah, this was a pretty fun one. Symbiosis seems to be in a similar spot as before, where it's a decent engine deck. Once you get it going, it has some good value plays, but it's outscaled by other engine decks like Siege, like Vampires. They just do better than you. And so yeah, those engine decks are better, and it doesn't have the control really needed to deal with those. But it's still perfectly acceptable, and the change to Wrath of Brokilon and Freixenet are very welcome. Freixenet in particular, you can get some good round 1 value from him, which is usually your weak point because your Anthony's not ready yet. So that's pretty cool. I like the immunity. It makes her a lot stronger, but I think you still lose to the same decks. But yeah, that's the deck, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll be back with a more original one next time. I just wanted to see what the difference was in Symbiosis after the changes. I was away when the patch came out, so for like the first week and a half I didn't play any games, which is, I'm guessing, when people experimented with this stuff. But yeah, so I figured we'd try it out. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.